Hello and welcome to my journey into yoga. So let's begin. Starting with the first pose, called the ease pose. The ease pose is an exact replica of sitting in Indian position. Here you will fold both legs, making sure each bottom bone is touching the ground. Then flex your knees as much to the ground as possible to open your pelvis area. In doing this, straighten your spine in an upright position, stretching out your shoulders. Hold this position as long as you can. Our time frame is 1 minute. Caution, make sure to keep your knees from rising above hip level and keep shoulders straight as much as possible. While holding this pose, breathe in and out, allowing your breath to become one equal cycle, slowing each breath to relax the mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Great job. To follow along, I purchased my yoga guide at Barnes & Noble. After the ease pose, I'm going to practice the breath control. Breathing in yoga is very much important. It's not all about movement, but about calming the mind. As I learn to control my breathing, it will help me to reduce stress, calm the nervous system, and can stimulate the pituitary glands and the hypothalamus to produce more endorphins. This in yoga is known as the vinyasa flow. Vinyasa is a Sanskrit term which means to link or connect. This is the beginning of the yoga journey of a moving meditation. At this point, you will clear your mind. Forget about what bill you need to pay. What are you cooking for dinner? Job problems? The kids running around? Here is your quiet place. Note, I'm not as flexible as I thought, but I'm going to quiet that noise and calm my mind. In due time, I will get there. So if you're following along, do the best you can do. Remember, vinyasa is the link or connect, but pranayama is the act of the breathing control, the first principle and the fourth limb of discipline. Defined in Sanskrit as prana, meaning life force energy, and yama, meaning to control or extend. Together, the meaning is expressed as extension of the life force or breath control. Third pose is the full locust pose. But like I said, I'm not as flexible, so the given pose is called half locust pose. The full locust pose is similar to the Indian position, except the feet are sitting on the mid area of the thigh. The half, only one foot is placed on the mid thigh while the other rests underneath. The half locust will stretch one hip, then switch them around and stretch the other hip. This will not cause too much strain. Hold it as long as you can. Just a few more seconds. Great job. Fourth pose is the staff pose, also known as the mountain pose. Here you will extend your legs outward, bending your toes back to your body. Don't be like me and point them downward. Straighten your back and allow your hands to hold up your pose, pulling your stomach muscles in. Hold as long as possible. Our time frame is 1 minute. The fifth pose is the hero pose. The hero pose was quite complicated for me, so I stayed in the sit position of the pose. In due time, I would get there. So starting in a knee position, slide your feet from underneath your body, allowing your buttocks to sit on the floor or ground. Roll your body backwards. If you're not too flexible, you can rest on your elbows. If you are, recline the back until it can rest on the floor. Then raise your arms over your head, bending the elbows. To relieve pressure, lift the lower back upward. Hold. Our time frame is 1 minute. Great job. Gold stars for that bend. Sixth pose is the cow face pose. Same face I gave that bend. Starting by placing your legs outward, then bend them over each other, almost in the ease pose. Do the best you can to hold them into position. Next, lift your left or right arm behind your head. Then take your other arm around, allowing them to connect by fingertips. Extend downward in a bend. If you are not as flexible, remain in pose. Our time frame is 1 minute.